Gen Con 2010 at the GameSloot.com booth. I'm Chris Seslick with Asmadi Games, and this is our latest game innovation. So in innovation, you are a civilization using various technologies for ages spanning from the Stone Age and prehistory all the way through the Information Age to advance yourself and basically be better than all those sorry civilizations your opponents were playing. So every card in the game is a different technology, starting with things like the wheel and sailing and clothing, and eventually going all the way up through gunpowder, democracy, and the internet, because everything ends with the internet. In the middle there's fission, but we'll worry about that later. So the mechanics of the game are actually fairly simple. There are 4 different actions you can use on your turn, and you get to do 2 of them, in any way mixed, whatever you want to do. The simplest action is the meld action. You'll have a hand of cards, and meld lets you take one of them and put it down onto the table, replacing a card of the same color if possible. You'll only ever have 5 top cards because there are only 5 colors, so it doesn't get too crazy. The second action, draw, lets you take a card from the decks to your hand based on the best technology you've got out. So in our 2 example civilizations, we've got one person who's got all 1s. He would wind up drawing a 1. The other guy over here has managed to meld a couple of third age cards you can see in the top left corner, top right corner. So he would draw 3. Usually, you have to wait until the deck runs out, and when a deck is empty, you wind up drawing from the next deck automatically. So if the 1s are all gone, you draw a 2. If the 2s are all gone, also, you wind up drawing a 3. But to get to those more advanced ages, you can use some cards. For example, writing here allows you to draw a 2, even though it's an age 1 card. That is what's called its dogma effect. And the third action you can do is called Dogma, which lets you use the game text on one of your cards. So writing is a very simple card, it just says draw 2. Before it has a little icon for a light bulb, indicating that light bulbs are the featured icon for that card. When you activate a card, you count up all of the featured icons you have on your entire board, so in this case, the player using writing has 2 light bulbs. If anybody else in the game has at least 2 light bulbs, they also get to use the effect. So in our example, this player over here has 5 light bulbs. He would also get to use writing and draw 2. There are also demand cards that attack other players based on having less icons, to steal cards, score points, and various other things. Points are how you start your path to victory, because once you have points tucked under your reference card to the score side, you can use the Achieve action to claim one of the 9 achievements in the center of the board. If you have enough points, you can take it and put it onto your achievement side by using Achieve. And once you get 5 of those in a 3-player game, you win. Later on in the game, you'll wind up with crazy cards, for example, the internet, like I mentioned earlier. The internet lets you do crazy things. For example, it says, you may splay your green cards up. Splaying is a game mechanic that allows you to use the cards you've covered up and reveal icons from them by splaying the cards in a direction. This enables you to make your dogma actions more powerful and basically overrun your opponents with better stuff. Games last on average 30 to 60 minutes, and the game plays 2 to 4 players. The first couple of times you play, everyone's going to read the cards, so it might take a little bit longer. But it is a great game, and it's our latest. And we're glad to show it to GameSloot.com here at Gen Con 2010.